We are back for more despair, more anguish. Actually, I'm slightly excited. Can't lie. Hope everyone's doing good. Grace says hi. I'm having pasta for tea. Pasta seems to be a favorite dish. I've noticed. Any particular type of pasta? Is it the same pasta you had before, or is it a different type of pasta? I don't even know if half this shit is working. I can't lie. This is something they do sometimes. They just change everything. I think that's working. Or is it working? Give me a sec. Technical difficulties and all that. And they're coming out. They are coming out. Give me 1 second. I know it is working. It's just my it's my laptop being shit. How you doing, Dan? Hope all is well in Banbury. Barcola still not left PSG. Liverpool should look at other players. They should. It's kind of too late though. I kind of feel it's too late. The whole Barcola thing is weird. Because if you think about it, I was thinking about this the other day. Before the season was over, it was Diomande. And then during the World Cup, it was Diomande. And then as soon as Diomande said no, then they moved on to Barcola. So I'm like, is Barcola the second choice? What's going on here? And then lately, we've been hearing about Minte, Yankuba Minte. So is Barcola not going to happen? Is Minte going to join? They need to sign somebody. I think that much is clear. Liverpool have been linked with Endrick. I heard Endrick turned Liverpool down. I don't know how much truth there is in that. That's what I read. But yeah, they need somebody. They need somebody up top. I think whoever they get in, I reckon Gakpo will probably be off. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you see it. Harry says, hello, how are you? Good, it's pretty effing hot here today, I can't lie. How are you? Are you still in Spain? Are you still in the Cranaria that is large? But I hope you are good. When are you back? You back on Thursday? We might have some more rematching to do. Not that I've gotten any better, because I haven't. But we can do that when you're back. Yeah, I don't know why this happened. Just coming out, should be kicking off soon-ish, one would hope. It's hot here as well. Yes, I am. I come back Thursday. Nice. We'll have to get a rematch session in when you're back. Has it been good? Would you recommend it? I've never been there. I've been to Barcelona and Madrid, but that's about it in Spain. Gracie is loving the hat. Me too. I'm quite happy with this. I can't lie. For a tenner, can't really complain. For a tenner with free delivery, can't really complain. They're just doing a silence thing, probably for Kevin Keegan, I would presume. But let's see. Feels weird watching this stream again. Feels weird watching football again. It feels like it's been ages. I had a look when I was creating this stream, and it said last stream 3 months ago, and I was like, shit, that's a while back. That is pretty ages back. Isabel says he's back, and he says she's back. Hope you're good, Isabel. Hope all is well in the land of chefing. Ali says Mallorca's pretty nice, and hello, how you doing, Ali? Yeah, I might go when it's colder. I'm more of a cold weather type of guy. So in the summer when I've not been around for 3 months, I went to Vancouver and it was nice and cool. So here we had 35 degrees. Vancouver was about 20, so that was really nice. The downside is I came back and all my plants were dead. They were dead to the levels of which I've never seen anything dead in my life. You know, in GTA, you know, when you attack somebody like 500 times and there's just barely anything left. That was all my plants. But that was the downside. But yeah, Mallorca always comes up as one of those places when you're booking flights. I'll try and go when it's a bit cooler. Harry says it's very good. I'm next to Puerto Rico, so I've been there today. Very nice. How was that? Was it good? What did you get up to there? Grace says Fish. I'm convinced Fish is dead. Johnny is not dead because Johnny was messaging me on Instagram the other day. The thing is, Jonathan always messages me on Instagram, and I have to tell Jonathan, do not message me on Instagram because I don't check that. Isabel says, you know what? Honestly, F you. I went somewhere cool. Yeah, it was great. It was so nice. And just to make it worse, I was curiously checking the temperature whilst I was there, and it said Vancouver 1920, UK 35, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Vancouver itself was okay. Like as a city, I wouldn't say it was my favorite city, but it was nice and cool. I went on the mountains and there was snow on the top as well, which was a bit made me a bit cautious because I thought I might fall off. But I'd recommend it. It's just very far away. Oh, they've kicked off. And I'll figure out how to set the timer in about 5 seconds. I figured out who Harry is. Yeah, it's Harry. It's Harry who... I was going to say who I always beat on rematch, but that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, it's Harry's gaming tutorials. What the F? Give me a sec. Stefan says, can you apologize for refusing to do the World Cup or Champions League final and all the Gornik games? You've done that in priority order, where the Gornik games are the most important. I don't apologize for the World Cup or the Champions League final, but I do apologize for the Gornik games. I mean, they are probably the most important games that have happened recently. But to be fair, you have kept me updated on what's been happening, so that's a positive. It was about 32 for me. Yeah. Don't like the hot weather. Global warming isn't real. It's wokery. I wish it was wokery. I'm baking right now. It's partly because my computer's on, but I think everyone's gonna start getting air conditioners now because it's just so damn hot. Where to the shop? It's good. I went to Morgan Mall. There's a Barcelona shop right there. And I went to the second mall, bought myself a ring and 2 bracelets. Very nice. I need to do more of that. Whenever I go on a holiday, I don't buy enough things. And then I always feel like I should have bought something else. So yeah, I might copy you the next time. Have you dyed your beard? I have. I found a dye that I don't have to mix. I can just get it. It's a tube with a brush on it and you can just put it on. Why I was reluctant to do this before is I had the old way of doing it where you had 2 separate tubes and then you had to mix it and then you had to clean it up and it was a bit of a pain. But this hair dye is really good. It's a bit more expensive, which kind of makes sense given you are paying for convenience. But yeah, I might stick with this. How you doing, Pixel? I should set this timer, and I don't even remember where anything is. Is it over here? Is that Scott Parker? No, it's not Scott Parker. Fuck! I've put 3 hours. See what I mean? 3 minutes. There you go. Close it off. Fantastic. Yeah, that's Harry. Part of the problem is it's a picture of Bruno Fernandes, and it doesn't even look like Bruno Fernandes. So I was like, who the hell is this? So I don't blame you for getting confused because I got confused as well. Grace is not even warm. This ear is baking, but it's probably because there's a window there. How you doing, Durwood? Hope you're doing good. Have you purchased any new shirts? Yeah, this one. This is a new one, and it's totally legitimate, and it's totally not from China. I bought this one. I've got the goalkeeper one. I've got the away one coming. The fact that I said it's coming should suggest where I'm purchasing it from. Probably a couple of others. I'm running out of wardrobe space though, so I should probably chill out. It's on the left side of the screen. What's on the left side of the screen? Newcastle are through. Newcastle have scored. Same old fucking shit. It better be offside or something. That shit better be offside or something. I'm a little disappointed that Nioni isn't in the lineup. I mean, if Nioni was in the lineup, he might have done something there. I don't even know what happened there. I don't even know what happened. It's fucking Elanga as well, the cunt. They let fucking Elanga score. I'm just seeing the replay. Gravenberch too far up the pitch. See, this is the problem. Why does Gravenberch run all the way up? Bro, you're a defensive midfielder. So Gravenberch ran all the way up, and therefore there's a giant hole in the middle of the pitch, which they fucking exploit. Because there's no one in front of Van Dijk. It's the same shit again. It's the same shit from last year. Why are you running up? Because if you run up, there's nobody defending. Is it just me? I felt like I was saying this shit last year as well, but it's the same thing again. The fucking timer's not even working. It's stuck on 3 minutes. But what is this Gravenberch obsession with running up and then leaving a giant hole behind him? Like, he scored a few fucking goals, right? And now he suddenly thinks he's Ronaldinho. That's some bullshit right there. Mo Scout says yo yo yo. FFS 1-0 to Newcastle. I was talking to you the other day and you didn't even respond. Yeah, we were trying to play Rocket League. Was it Rocket League with Mo Scout? I can't remember. Harry's ahead. I'm on 6 minutes 15. Guy says be positive. I'll try and be positive. It's tough to be positive when you concede a goal to Newcastle, and let's be honest, Newcastle is shit. It's tough to be positive when you concede a goal after about 4 minutes. Again, it's not the end of the world. There's a long time to go. Oh right. Oh yeah. Yeah, because you're on the horizontal. You're on the horizontal stream. Mr. White says, "Lol." Is that Mew? As in the Pokemon Mew in your picture? I can't see. Shit, that's a good point. You can tell I've not been here for a while. Shit. And there you go. We need a 6, an effing proper 6. I've been saying it all summer. I agree. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel like the priority, but that shows why they need a 6. And the thing is, there's the aspect of needing a 6, which is kind of one aspect, and the other aspect is, if they're not going to get a 6, can Gravenberch still at least play like a 6? Because he did his Ronaldinho thing when he runs forward. But then the problem is there's nobody behind you. I just feel like it's so simple. Like, bro, you don't run up, you stay there. You've got Sabazla, you've got Wirtz, and you've got 3 more attacking players ahead of you. You don't need to run up. Grace hates Newcastle because Ash supports them. I mean, that's as good a reason. Mo Scout says, bro, you need me as moderator in chat. Is there anybody misbehaving? I think it's okay. Why are you swearing so much? I blame Isabel. That's my excuse. Yellow card against Wirtz. Harry thinks I'm naughty. Me, I'm never naughty. I'm very rarely naughty. Give me a sec. I used to fix something. Technical difficulties and all that. That's not right. I was gonna lose my shit if that was Gravenberch again, but it was Gakpo. I mean, they've got 79% possession, which is nice, but it's annoying, isn't it? Brighton 4, Villa nil. I think y'all see why I said Villa to get relegated. Villa have just lost too many players, haven't they? And they haven't really made an effort to replace them. Oh, for fuck's sake. That should work now. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think I fixed it. But I'll find out if I haven't fixed it. What's going on with Kirkes' hair as well? Harry says, no, you are for swearing. Who you think going to get relegated? Spurs, United and Liverpool. I mean Coventry were garbage against Arsenal. But it's too early to say. I see Man City got a win, which was a bit of a surprise because most of the game it was 0-0. But what can you do? '18th Sunderland, 19th Villa, 20th Hull City. You reckon Coventry going to stay up? Grace thinks Spurs will definitely get relegated. That'd be hilarious, given the amount of money they've just spent. Harry says, see, you were having a go at me for swearing. We are not getting relegated. Yeah, you won't get relegated. The easiest answer quite often is the three that came up, but it doesn't always work out that way. I think Spurs get Champions League football. I mean, I appreciate it's a long season and all that, but they were terrible yesterday. You reckon they'll improve significantly? Mom's boyfriend's over the moon. We're losing. Is he Middlesbrough fan? I think you might have mentioned this before. To be honest, there's a lot of the game to go, so I'm not too annoyed. But, or should I say, I'm not panicking too much. But it is still annoying, right? Conceding after like 5 minutes against Newcastle as well. Ball goes out. It's my first time in your live. You've been here before. Pretty sure you've been here before. Mo Scout says, I think Liverpool barely catch the Champions League positions. I have them 5th. Who would you have as the top 4 then? They're just replaying that goal and I'm still just so annoyed about it. Somebody tell Gravenberch to defend. And if he does not defend, give him a slap. Because that fixes most things when it comes to Ryan Gravenberch. Frimpong's been very good in pre-season, to be fair. I mean, he lost the ball there, but at least he's trying. Borough fan, but he hates Liverpool. Fair enough. Harry says no swearing. I swear you swear more than I do. First Arsenal, unfortunately. Where is the unfortunately? Is it first Arsenal, unfortunately? Or is it first Arsenal, unfortunately second United? That's not going to happen. Third Chelsea, fourth Spurs. What's your obsession with Spurs? Spurs are fucking shit. Spurs are garbage. Did you not watch them yesterday? Spurs almost got relegated last season. And then yesterday, they got battered. Do you honestly... I mean, it's not impossible, but I'm wondering what this is based on. Fifth Liverpool, sixth Newcastle. What? Newcastle have lost all their players. I think Newcastle will be happy with a top 10 finish. Seventh City. Oh jeez, I think you're just trolling. I mean, I know City have lost Guardiola, but I don't think they'll go down to seventh. Harry has never sworn. Stefan says, "Oh my heavens, several F's and a C word." Really, I don't even remember. I remember the F's. I don't even remember the C word. That that's probably a bad thing that I don't even realize. But that's fine. That's fine. What more can you do? If Chelsea don't get top 3 after all of their transfers, they are just shite. It'd be a big jump up for them to get top 3. I think one of the positives is they don't have Champions League football, so they're only going to be playing once a week. So that's probably a benefit. I mean, most times it's a benefit because you get more rest. Sometimes it can be a detriment because sometimes too much rest can be bad. I reckon they'll get Champions League. Maybe fourth for Chelsea. Harry says, well, at least playing with you. However, with all my friends all the time, because my parents are home, because when you go live and they don't know, I swear. Oh, wow, right. So do I get you in trouble? Because of all the F-bombs and C-bombs and various bombs of various means. Yeah, you can just blame that on me. I remember the C word. Have I said that today? Because I legitimately don't remember. But all you guys are saying it, so I'll take your word for it. Grace is eating pasta. Very nice. I had chicken for lunch. But I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I see. Makes sense. Spurs spent all of this money, and I think it will finally work out for them. But, okay. But did you not watch the game yesterday? I actually watched the game, some of it. Didn't they lose like 3-4-0 yesterday? And also, Thiago missed a penalty, so it could have been even worse. PSG do 3P. That could happen. I mean, that could happen. Spurs. Spurs are getting bloody marmouche. One game doesn't define a season. That's true. Ooh, Wirtz. Saved. You're right. I don't think you can make too many conclusions based off yesterday's game. I guess the flip side is they were 17th last year, and then they bought all these players, but they don't look kind of significantly different. But you're right. They've got time to improve. RHB says, bro, did you see the team sheet we put out? We had 4 starters. It's Alisson, Frimpong, Jake, Van Dijk, Kerkers, Gravenberch. Well, I've got it here. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Rio, Wirtz, Gakpo, Isak. It should be enough to beat Newcastle. I think this was the same team that was playing against Como, was it? Or Monaco? Como. Ooh, manager don't look happy. That's a positive. Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Because that makes sense. I was thinking, really? 4 starters? I was like, I swear it's more than 4 starters. But okay, fair enough then. If it's only 4 starters for Spurs, then yeah, I don't think we can draw any actual conclusions from that. So if you're a Spurs fan, where do you think you'll finish? Or what would you be happy with? Would you be happy with Would you be happy with top 10, or would you be happy with Europa League, or do you want Champions League? I'm just curious what the expectation is. And there's no right or wrong answers, just curious. They don't care if I swear. Good. It will continue then. Haaland has had a haircut, yeah, and I'm not sure I like it. He's gone back to the short-haired version. I think he was short-haired. Was he short-haired at Dortmund? I know he was short-haired before that. I think he might have had short hair at Dortmund. Mo Scout hates Aston Villa more than Spurs. Well, RHB will be very happy with that. I think Villa and Man U are worse than us, it seems. I'd be happy with top 8. I think that's fair. I think that's fair and realistic. I think most of the club is looking for top 5, but I don't see that. This might be a good year to get it. Because if you think about it, a lot of these teams have got new managers. City got a new manager. Who else are we looking at? Liverpool got a new manager. United got a new manager. I know he was a caretaker last year. Chelsea got a new manager. So this would I feel like this season might be kind of open, but I think if Spurs get eighth, regardless of how much they spent, you can at least say, okay, there's been a good amount of a progression there. Stefan says, I've got an AFC. Is that filled or filed? A classic Messi Barcelona shirt and a Dalton Marshes goalkeeper kit. I feel like the Dalton Marshes goalkeeper kit is the best one out of those. John says they don't look for enough. No press. Issa looks terrible. Wirtz just keeps getting knocked off the ball. I could go on. It hasn't been good. It has not been good. Kirkes with a cross. The part of the bigger issue is in a lot of the pre-season games, they were very effective for the first 30 minutes and then they lost their energy. So for the first 10 minutes, they were amazing. The next 10 minutes, they were amazing. And then after about 30 minutes, they started losing their energy. The reason why that's worrying is because this is supposed to be that period where they have energy. So I'm just a bit worried. The longer the game goes on, the lower the chance that they actually do something. Especially against Monaco, the second half, they were just completely dreadful. People were leaving early as well. People were leaving at about 70 minutes, 85 minutes. So I just worry if they're behind. This is the best they've got. And then that concerns me slightly. I think the first manager to get sacked will be De Zerbi. Are you just making like... But you had Spurs in a Champions League place. So do you think De Zerbi... Somewhere. You had Spurs 4th. But you think De Zerbi will get sacked. Do you think they'll get a different... who do you think they would get then if De Zerbi would get sacked? Kirkes needs to be benched and left there. The trouble is he's the first choice left back now. So would you play Tsimikas instead, or would you perhaps not play as a left back? Would you play a different formation? King Slot says, "Hey mate, you're back. I am back. How are you doing? Hope you are doing good. Have you had any more nice flights to nice places?" I went to Canada, which is pretty nice. But other than that, I've been hiding from the sun because I don't like the sun. It's too hot. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this game. It's really weird because I was really looking forward to this game, but the first 23 minutes have been garbage. But what can you do? Isaac's gone down. Don't be holding your leg. That's not what I want to see. Grace says Umar is the GOAT. Umar says Grace is the GOAT. Just back and forth to America. Oh, good save by Allison. For the WWE. Oh yeah, I remember you went to WrestleMania or something. Was it Royal Rumble or WrestleMania? I remember you saying, fully focused on United now. How was your trip? It was nice. Went on some mountains, which was good. I was worried I was going to fall off, which is always a concern. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Whereabouts in America have you gone? Mr. Default says, "Oh my God, he's live. Don't mention." I won't. To be honest, we're losing. We're losing. So I can't talk. I cannot talk smack, even though I found it kind of funny. We're losing to Newcastle, who are shite. So I can't say anything yet. But I hope you are doing good. Have you done your skydive yet, or is that at a future date? I don't think I've ever heard. I don't even recall saying that. To be honest, I generally do say that. But who did I call such a word? Was it Gravenberch? Because he was doing what he normally does, which is running forward 500 meters, leaving a gap. Said gap gets exploited and Liverpool concede. I've been saying all week how we're winning the league and we will easily beat Hull City 3-0. I mean, you were close with the score. It was 2-0, so you were close. It was just the other way around. What I do like, to be fair, I do like... did you see the interview with Michael Carrick and that Jan Fjortoft guy? So the Jan Fjortoft guy, he was interviewing Carrick, and he said... He was asking him about a lack of passion, and then Carrick just turned around and said, what the hell are you on about? Like, sometimes you just lose. It just happens. And I just like that as a response, because there doesn't always have to be a conspiracy or like a long, complicated reason. It's just like sometimes you just lose. And then so I was like, you know what? Quite like that as a response. It was a bit more vindictive than that, but you should watch that if you get the chance. You say prick a lot. I do. I like the one syllable swear words, because they're just, sharp and to the point. You done it. How was it? Was it good? Was it a rewarding experience? It's not a rewarding experience watching Frimpong defend 1v1. Nashville, New York, Los Angeles, the list goes on. Have you got a favorite out of those? I've been to New York and Spurs at the bottom of the league. The Spurs game was kind of shocking. I was watching a bit of it, and the thing is, it could have been even worse because Thiago missed the penalty. How do you I understand? Okay, you can be shite last year, and then they brought all these players, but they still look pretty shite. Granted, it will take a bit of time and all that, but if they had lost 1-0, you can maybe understand. But to lose by that many goals, it just makes you think, what's going on? Weird experience, but in a good way or a bad way? Are you glad you did it? Frimpong, Carrick's not the guy. Been saying it for a while. My eyes don't lie. I mean, that's quite impressive rap ball if you think about it. I mean, was it supposed to sound like a rap song? Because it kind of does. Eminem would be proud of that. I was saying that last year. I don't understand why they gave Carrick the job, because he wasn't experienced enough to surely have that kind of a big job. You can understand bringing him in as a caretaker and then giving it to someone with more experience. But what experience did Carrick actually have to have a full-time Man United job? I think he might have coached England for a bit, but even then, I thought they might go for, say, Luis Enrique or somebody like that. So it was a bit of a surprise that they gave it to Carrick. I just think they need to move out of this tendency to hire ex-players, because it very rarely ends well. Callum says, hold that cop-out. I mean, they can't hold anything at the moment. Anytime they get the ball, they lose it. The first jump from the plane is crazy. It didn't feel real. Carrick sacked by Christmas. Here we go. Same old United, yeah. I think they just need to Stop giving jobs to old players. Stop with the Ollie. Stop with the Van Nistelrooy. Stop with the Carrick. Just hire any top European coach who's kind of experienced. That's what I would do. Glad you did it. Never felt more singing the blues when Everton win and Liverpool lose. Oh, Everton. I mean, there's a long way to go yet. But I'll be honest, Liverpool have been shite. So Everton might end the day with 3 points ahead. I went to a couple of pre-season games and it was very evident Kirkes has been booked, hopefully for his fucking haircut. Liverpool would be really, really good for the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then they'd lose energy, which is a bit worrying because this is the time period where they got energy. So very unlikely to get anything in the second half. No tactic Carrick. That's got a nice ring to it. Grace says, Harry, you're amazing. Did you tell them about the Discord? Yeah, I'll get round to it eventually. One of the issues is it's another app for me to check, and I already have too many apps to check. But I'll get around to it. Man United players, I want a mascot, not a general. They don't like being told off. True. I would have thought after the kind of ownership changes and structure changes with Ineos and that bold guy, that might go in a different direction. But they're just hiring ex-players again. Grace is in front. Callum says, honestly, this first season, I think we had a better squad. I think this is the first season we had a better squad than Liverpool. Potentially. Liverpool's squad does have... It's not terrible, but I can't lie. It does have some kind of major gaps in it. They need a winger, and they might get one by the end of the window, but you can argue that might be too late. They still don't have a defensive midfielder. And the lack of a defensive midfielder is why they conceded that goal. Because Gravenberch decided to go on holiday and run forward 4 fucking miles. Left a giant hole. Free kick. Fucked up. Liverpool conceded. Oski says Arsenal lost their squad. Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle lost all their squad and they're still winning, which is. But you could only laugh. I mean, you can laugh or cry. I choose to laugh about it whilst I am actually crying internally. Newcastle squad got absolutely decimated. They lost Isak last year. They lost Tonali. They lost Anthony Gordon. They lost Bruno Guimaraes. They probably lost the tea lady, and they probably also lost the guy who cleans the toilets. They've lost everybody and they're still winning. Ooh, counter attack. Is that Isak or Gakpo? It's Isak. Oh, fucking hell, Frimpong. Why would you do that? I mean, he had a crossing opportunity and he decided just to kick the ball along the floor. And then guess what? It just hit the first player. Yeah, as Isabel says, Frimpong is playing so badly. The weird thing is, in pre-season, he was pretty good. I was glad that he was a bit higher up. I was glad that he was more attacking. But this game he's been garbage. That kind of cross attempt right there was terrible. Fred the Red and Carrick are exactly the same. Apparently Fred is still playing. Is he in Saudi or something? Yeah, thankfully they didn't score. Isak shite. I mean, all of Liverpool shite at the moment, to be honest with you. You should have gone for Munoz, the Colombian right back. He would suit Liverpool's right back position. He's always been an underrated player, I thought. Defensively, he's good. Going forward, he's even better. The thing is, Liverpool need a right back because Frimpong isn't great. And Bradley can't stay fit for more than 5 seconds. So that's another position that was a troublesome position last year, and they just haven't addressed it. MG says hi. Grace says, any more gardening? I've kind of semi-given up, to be honest with you, because it's just been so hot. I'm having to water the garden like twice a day, and I just don't have time for that. So I've kind of semi-given up. Ref is shocking. Liverpool also shocking, unfortunately. Some of the decisions have been whack, but I'd feel like I was misleading if I blamed the ref entirely, because Liverpool been shit as well. When was the last time you wore PJ top? It was in Canada, and I know that because I finally did my laundry a few days ago and it was in my bag. And I was like, oh, it's a PJ top. I have a bad tendency to go on holiday and then do laundry like 3 weeks later. Because I'm like, I'll open that bag eventually. I'll get to it. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it over there. But I've sorted that out now. We were looking at Guevaro. Who's that? I've not heard of this guy. Guevaro Reed last year, and he definitely sought that position for a good long while. It's a position where they need to kind of do something. Frimpong was kind of garbage last year, which I guess you can kind of put down to the system, maybe. But Bradley was garbage last year because he would get injured getting out of bed. So I thought, okay, maybe they'll bring somebody in. Because by having Frimpong and Bradley, you've essentially only got Frimpong. Because Bradley's not going to play. I thought they would have done something, but it is what it is, I guess. I blame the opening day score on pre-season. Keep them in the UK. I blame the opening day scores on pre-season. What do you mean by scores? Do you mean the matches? Or something else? Stefan says, for a famous person, for his memory, strange, you can't remember saying a C word. I don't even remember saying it. I legitimately don't remember saying it. It perhaps would have been when the goal went in, because I was in a bit of a rage. I don't do my laundry till I have no choice. It's too much effort. Same. I hate doing laundry. I have a dryer as well, so I don't really have an excuse, but I just still hate doing it. Especially to wash football shirts, because to wash football shirts, you've got to take them, kind of turn them inside out, and then wash them on different settings so they don't get ruined. It's one of my most hated tasks. I don't mind doing it so much in the winter, but in the summer, it's just unpleasant. New manager saying crap. I mean, it certainly looks like that. I'm just annoyed about the goal because it was Gravenberch running forward again, and I would have thought this would be something they would have sorted out. Somebody tell Gravenberch not to run forward, because if you run forward, there's a hole behind you, and Newcastle got precisely into that hole. And then scored. He plays for Feyenoord and is a super talented young gun. He's far more defensive minded. I mean, if you're recommending him, he's got to be pretty good. Is he Dutch? They just need somebody there. Corner. Rubbish. Oh, right, with pre-season tours. Yeah. I thought that's what you meant, yeah. I guess they do it to kind of make money and to kind of get more fans. But the downside is, of course, yeah, the players will be more tired. Players are jet-lagged. And it ultimately has a negative effect on that. I think this year there were just 2 games at Anfield. There was Como game and Monaco game. Whereas there was a pre-season tour. I think it was a US tour. And the funny thing is, they were playing Leeds in America. It's kind of funny. We also have a tumble dryer, but I hate dishes more. I have a dishwasher, but I still hate doing dishes because I have to empty the dishwasher. I've been considering getting a second dishwasher just to make life easier, but I don't have space. But yeah, this is the stuff that I'm doing when you say gaming stream. I'm like, I don't have time. My kitchen is a mess. I have no clothes. Yeah, I'd say one of the most promising right backs in Europe personally. I mean, they need to be in for these players, I think, when they're at this level. Sometimes you feel like they wait for the player to make the move to another team and then they buy that player for 60, 70 million. I just wish sometimes they were a bit quicker off the mark and buy the player when he's less known and when he's cheaper. Gravenberch is up again. Like, why is Gravenberch on the edge of the box? Why is Gravenberch on the edge of the box? I'm gonna actually lose my mind here. I mean, even Dan Burn ain't playing. Dan Burn's in the crowd and Liverpool is still losing. We did Leeds in Ireland and AC. Oh, AC Milan. I thought you meant air conditioning. And I was like, what do you mean? AC Milan. Yes. Oh, against Amorim. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's all commercial. It's all money making. They're probably thinking if they make one more fan in the US, then that fan is gonna buy merchandise. That fan might come to games in England, and when that fan, or if that fan ever has a kid, then that kid is probably gonna also support the same team. So unfortunately, just and another example of how it's just a lot about the money these days. But you're right, especially after a World Cup, to then go on a pre-season tour abroad after the World Cup and then come back to England and then expect to start. It is tough. They are human beings at the end of the day, most of them. Some I wouldn't class as human beings, and I say that in a negative way. But it just feels like it's something that's going to get worse. If Isabel was doing transfer business in the next 9 days, Barcola Minte from Brighton. Did he play today? I saw that Brighton won. Did he play today? Adam Wharton, January Schlotterbeck. So Barcola left wing, Minte right wing, Wharton okay, defensive mid, Schlotterbeck for centre back. I'd do the first 3 if you can get them for reasonable prices. I might swap Schlotterbeck for maybe a fullback. Because they've got Araujo now on loan, so I might swap Schlotterbeck for a fullback. But the others are looking pretty good. Stefan has unsubscribed from All Football. Was it Sky Sports that you had, or was it TNT? Or was it both? It is pretty expensive. And the crazy thing is, it's so expensive and you still can't watch all the games. So I'm not even watching the game. To be honest, you're not missing much. It's been kind of crap. If I'm honest. George feels my pain. We lost 2-0 to Hull. Yeah, that was in terms of that game, I didn't see the game. But I saw the result. Was it like, did you deserve to lose 2-0 or were you unlucky? What is the context of the 2-0? I'm glad Huben beat us. It was a big up yours to his haters. I was a big fan of his. Yeah, didn't he say something to a fan? He said something like, things are going to be less interesting now that I'm there. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that it just didn't work out for him. But I still think he's a talented manager. Sometimes time and place just don't line up. Maybe a problem is Verge isn't getting any younger. Good point. Good point. Forgot about that. How old is Schlotterbeck? I know he had an injury, but I guess he's back now. Reluctant Gamer says, hey. For context, Reluctant Gamer supports Newcastle. And I've been saying all summer, Newcastle are screwed. And they're winning the game here, but I hope you're doing good. Have you seen all the stuff about the GTA leaks, the GTA 6 leaks? Pretty funny, I can't lie. I don't even feel any sympathy. I just find it amusing. But I gotta say, from the leaked videos, it does look pretty good. We probably defensive. We were shambles and not attacking enough. Deserved. I saw a clip where Harry Maguire was he holding Mazraoui back? Why does Harry Maguire always do this? Because I think he was doing this to Luke Shaw a few years ago, just like holding the player back, and it's like, bro, that's your own player. Free kick. The amount of eczema I have on my head is insane. I have it on the back of my head, ears, on top of my ears, eyelids, and nose. I think it's the summer. Some people get bad skin in the summer. Some people get bad skin in the winter. I'm the same as you. I get it in the summer, but most people get it in the winter. 26 is a good age for a centre back. You'd think he'd have at least 8 years in him. What's the worst illness injury you have? I've ever had. I've been kind of lucky, to be honest. I don't think I've had any kind of serious illnesses or injuries. I mean, I feel physically ill watching Liverpool, but I'm not sure that counts. I fell off a roof as a child, but kind of survived. Did you see the video? I haven't seen it, but that's one thing I was thinking, that he's gonna have a terrible time coming back. That GTA 6, I've kept an eye on it. All those videos look not final. Yeah, you can tell it's not final. As an example, when they switch the weapons, that UI doesn't look complete. Some of the other UI bits don't look complete. You watching it on Netflix? Probably not. I don't have a Netflix account, but I'm sure like after it's come out, it's just gonna be online everywhere. So I'll just watch it via illegitimate means. I've noticed you're reading Twitch. I nearly waited 10 minutes. It should be coming through. They should all come through at the same time. But I might need to make updates because I've not really used this computer for 3 months. It's good you got Twitch comments on YouTube as well. Yeah, it should be everything. So there's YouTube. George is on TikTok. Isabel is on Twitch. Grace floats around on all of them. Well, that's half time. That was shit. It's the basically how I can summarize that. I ain't gonna panic, but I can't lie. It is disappointing, especially given what you've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks. But Reluctant Gamer will be happy that the Geordies are winning. How do I stop this timer? How do I stop it? I don't remember half this stuff. There you go. My worst is either food poisoning or foot and mouth. The worst injury, jamming my finger in a window by accident. That's not too bad, all things considered. Could be worse. It's annoying because I really think Arsenal will win the league. It looks like a pretty weak league. I think Arsenal are unfortunately entering their prime after having a consistent manager for a couple of years and then improving upon him. As a manager in solace, I don't think he's a very good manager. But if you compare to all the other teams, Chelsea got a new manager. Liverpool got a new manager. United got a new manager. Spurs got a new manager. Man City got a new manager. Absolutely everybody else got a new manager. So unfortunately, I think you might be right. I just hope somebody steps up. It's going to be boring as hell. Equally, if nobody steps up, then it is what it is. Yeah, I'll just watch it on YouTube for free. You order Wolverine? Not yet. I don't have a PS5. I've got a PC. When's it out though? I've seen videos of it. It does look good. Has it been a close game? Haven't been watching it. It's been close, but it's been boring, if I'm honest with you. A lot of plays stuck in the middle of the pitch, and player wins a tackle, and player kind of runs up, but then the defenders get it, and then the opposing player kind of runs up, but then their defenders get it, and then there's a foul in the middle. It's just been rubbish. That's how I describe it. You got the new kit. Indeed, I do have the new kit. This is China's finest. £15, I can't lie. And it's long sleeve for 15 quid. I've ordered the away as well for 15 quid. It's alright. I prefer last year's kit though, if I'm honest. I'm happy about this Newcastle game, but it's too good to be true. Haven't won used since 2015. Oh wow, I feel even worse now. Rayan says, you reckon we can turn it around? We can. The thing is, it's not impossible, but it's not super likely. Because I went to a couple of the pre-season games. So I went to the Monaco game and I went to the Como game. Liverpool were very, very good in the first 30 minutes, but after that, they lost energy. There's a chance, okay, they're going to have half time now. They're going to rest, they're going to sit down, and then they'll come out good. But if they don't score within 10 minutes, then I'm not going to be very hopeful. Because the last 30 minutes against, especially Como, but less so, especially against Monaco, but not so much against Como, they're just completely out of energy. So I'm like, if this is this team when they got 80-90% energy, what are they going to do in the second half when they got 50%? I'm just a bit concerned. Arsenal should win the league. City and Liverpool not the same. It's a weird situation. Liverpool got a new manager, City got a new manager, Chelsea got a new manager, United got a new manager. I know Carrick was there for a bit of last year, but United got a new manager, City got a new manager, Spurs got a new manager. Arsenal are the only consistent team. I hope they don't win it. I think Fish is dead. Wolverine's out 15 September. Oh, not long. To be honest, I might have to get a PS5 just for that game. Has it got PS5 Pro upgrade? Wirtz needs to go. He's shown he can't just hack the pen. Says Fanta. Okay, number one question. Have you tried Fanta Grape? Because Fanta Grape is amazing. I guess this year is gonna be his most important year, I think. Where we will know for certain. Rayan disagrees, says he's one of our best players this game, mate. What do you mean? Me personally, I would have given his season last year maybe a 6 out of 10. But I think this year I'm going to have higher expectations. I am a bit concerned that he's not quite physical enough. So I have had that thought. But then equally, there's other short players who are really good. Like Bernardo Silva. He was like 3'1" and he was amazing. So I don't know if he'll evolve his game to be more like those. But I think we should have a better idea this season. You're not getting PlayStation for GTA? Well, the rumors are that if that bloke, the rumors are that bloke is saying if he gets arrested, he's gonna leak the PC version, and I'm like, oh, interesting. So I'm just keeping a close eye on that. But the thing is, there's no point me getting a PS5 for GTA because I'm going to Tokyo on the 1st of December. So there's no point just getting a PS5 for 1 week. As a Newcastle fan, I don't care if we lose as long as that rat Isak doesn't score. Yeah, Newcastle. I know it's been a year, but these things stay embedded for a while. I'd feel the same about Trent if Liverpool were playing Real Madrid. Want to go to the shop to get Whispers? Oh, I forgot it's closed. You might have like a Tesco open or something. I thought Wolverine was out next year. Maybe just for that. Maybe just for that game. You always give a player 3 seasons, same as a manager. Yeah, I think 3 seasons is fair. 3 seasons is what I gave Darwin Núñez before I gave up on him. So that's I think objectively that is a fair amount of time. I feel sorry for Jacquet and Verge. Is that because of the Gravenberch situation? Can somebody tell me why Gravenberch always runs forward onto the edge of the opposition box? Because when Gravenberch runs forward, there is now a hole behind him. And then opposition players go into that hole and opposition players score. I thought it might have been a slot thing last year, but we've got a new manager now and the same thing has happened. The same thing is happening. I wish Gravenberch would just defend. Because if Gravenberch is not going to defend, then nobody's going to defend. Ordered a PS5 Wolverine plates. Oh wow! Oh, I saw the controller. Is this like a black and yellow controller? That looked nice. I can't lie, that looked nice. It was like 75 quid or something, but that looked nice. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't know the game was out in September. I've not been keeping up to that level, but I could get it just for that. King Slot sent dinosaur. Appreciate that. I also don't know what a dinosaur is, but sounds pretty good. Thank you for that. What's the score? If you look under the double chin. I'm not sure I can call it a double chin anymore because I've been on a diet. Oh yeah, allow doing a 5-mile walk between Now TV, Amazon, and TNT. Everybody's coming out with rhymes today, like the Eminem. So between Now TV, Amazon, and TNT, I cannot watch all the European games, which is what I'm interested in. So I'll go to pub for the games that I'm interested in. Fair enough. That way you can just buy a drink, and you'd probably save money in comparison to a subscription. I don't want Isak to score, but I really want to win. It's been a long time, and I want to see yous do decently well. This win would add a lot for us, confident-wise. The thing is, Isak is the only one who vaguely looks like scoring. I'd take any win. I'd take the dirtiest possible win possible right now. We need a proper win. Indeed, a proper 6. Indeed, we do. I agree. Is there anyone in particular you'd get? Liam said Salah. I thought you left. I'm not Salah. I'm his twin brother, but I'm the good-looking twin. He's the bad-looking twin. Frimpong can't overlap as Rio prefers to receive and pass with his right foot, so can't cut inside. That's an astute observation. So with Rio being on the right-hand side and being right-footed, does that mean Frimpong is going to try and underlap and get in the middle? But then that's not Frimpong's strength. So maybe they'll sign a left-footed. I can't even get my sentences out. A left-footed winger to play on the right side. That'd be good. Grace sent a rose. There's your rose. Enjoy your 3p. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. King Slot says it was 1,000 TikTok coins. That's £10 for you. Nice, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I need to buy coffee, so I will buy coffee with that. Coffee beans. I got a coffee machine, and coffee beans ran out today, so that's something I'd buy with that. But no, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Would you get PS5 or PS5 Pro? I had a PS5 previously, but then I sold it when I got my PC. I'd want to get the PS5 Pro. It depends on what kind of a deal I can get. I bought a new phone. I don't know if I said. I bought this Oppo Find X9 Pro. I was getting a bit bored of my Android, so I bought a new phone. But yeah, it depends. It depends what I could get a good deal on. But I'd be more inclined to getting a PS5 Pro. The only downside with the PS5 Pro is it's bigger. And where I wouldn't put it over there, I'd put it in that room, and I'm not sure it would fit. But what would be a good price for a PS5 Pro? The other downside is like the prices of consumer electronics keep going up because of the RAM shortage. Grace says, damn. Grace sent me a rose. Thank you very much. Original Mr. Smith. This is not a fake Mr. Smith. This is the original Mr. Smith. Rio is not a right winger. I think that's clear. I think creative players need to do more. We also need to shoot. That's all correct. The thing is that all of that is correct. I think Rio's better on the left. The thing about not shooting is so accurate, because sometimes I just feel like they are obsessed with doing 5,000 passes. Oh, the players are coming out and they don't look happy. They don't look enthusiastic. I'm a bit concerned. They're obsessed with doing 500 passes. And it's like, can you just whack it at the goal? Even if it's not the best shot, just whack it with power. It might deflect and go in. It might, fall somewhere. So I agree with that 100%. Reluctant Gamer says, I think Liverpool are going to win 2-1. That's what I'm hoping for. Is the coffee machine good? I absolutely love it. I bought it in 2017. It's one of those coffee machines that you put coffee beans in. So yeah, I was telling King Sloth that's what I'm gonna buy, some coffee beans. They normally cost like £5 a bag, so I can get 2 bags. But yeah, I use it every day. I use it twice a day. If you like coffee, I would 100% recommend it. The thing is, you can get like Nespresso machines, but with the Nespresso machines, the refill of the cartridges are quite expensive, if you know what I mean. Whereas I have a machine that you just put coffee beans in. So to get the coffee beans is cheaper. But yeah, I love it. It's great. As soon as it breaks, I will instantly buy another one. I use it every day. Grace does not like PS5. Grace is Xbox personified. PlayStation are going digital with the next one. There's a protest from gamers soon. Yeah, people are not happy about it. And a second half has started. Rightfully so. A lot of the problem with that is that PlayStation can then control the pricing of games. So you won't be able to buy games from Amazon. You won't be able to buy games. You won't be able to buy second-hand games from Computer Exchange or from eBay. So people are rightfully so annoyed about that. Because if you look at, I don't know, an old game, you can get it off Amazon for say 20 quid. You can get it maybe off eBay for 10, 15 quid. But digitally on the PlayStation store, it'll cost you 60 quid. Digital works on PC because on PC there is competition. So there's the Steam store, there's Epic Games, there's all the key sellers, and all of that. But people are a bit, ooh, nothing happened. People are a bit concerned about that happening on PlayStation. I'll set this timer in a bit. Is it? I thought it was bigger than the original PS5. I thought the PS5 Pro was bigger than the PS5 original and the Slim. So I thought the Slim was the smallest, then PS5, then PS5 Pro. Stefan says, is the kit that you got for £15 genuine? This kit here. I'm struggling to come up with a sarcastic response. It is very unlikely to be genuine, given I purchased it from China. But with that said, I've been to Anfield twice in the last 2 weeks. Most people I can tell are wearing kits that are not genuine. Can you tell me where you buy them from? Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you on YouTube. What I will say is, get one size up. Or should I say, pay careful attention to the sizing on there. So this is a 2XL, but I am not a 2XL because a lot of it is like Chinese sizes, which are smaller. So I'll give you the link, but make sure you read the description and get the sizing that fits you. Ignore the fact that it says 2XL. Look at the actual measurements, if that makes sense. You got the that's not a Miko fan, but I do have a Miko fan upstairs. I was thinking, how does he know about the Miko fan that's upstairs? That's a Vibra fan. I got another one here, but it's plugged in. Are you on horizontal? Oh, can you see it? I'm not sure if you can see it, but I got another one here. No, you can't see it. I'm lifting it up, but the wire's too short. Miko fans are good because they are powerful as hell. I can't see the chats. I'm just running behind. I'm trying to read your name. Is it Salim? Does that say Salim? I think I'm vaguely correct, but vaguely also wrong. I'm just very far behind. Grayson, love you so much. Appreciate that. RAM is not going to get any better. Yeah, it's all because of AI, because all data centers are buying up all the RAM, which unfortunately has a knock-on effect on everything. A lot of the new phones that are coming out this year have less RAM in them than they did last year. So Pixel 10 Pro, which came out last year, has more RAM than Pixel 11 Pro because of the RAM shortage. Kasim. I was okay. Fair enough. I got the M right. Yeah, because that's like a K at the start because of the two dots on top, I think. So a dead deer on the side of the pavement had maggots eating his head. Thank you for that. That's a wonderful image. That's made my Sunday all the more better. Where did you see a dead deer? It can't have been in Middlesbrough. Was it when you went somewhere? Is that big picture behind you? Yes, one is Power Rangers and one is of a computer game. You know the computer game Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Those are also from China, but the frames are from IKEA. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's Power Rangers. And then that's that game, Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Frames are from IKEA, but the pictures I think from China. You can get codes for games from websites. There's a loophole. Hopefully that is a viable loophole. The only aspect I'm slightly concerned about with that is on Nintendo consoles you can also get codes, but all the codes are super expensive. So I just hope the same thing doesn't happen on PlayStation, because I think you need competition. I mean, brand new games should not be £70 anyway. But a game after 3-4 years, it shouldn't be any more than like £20. So I hope there is genuine competition. Yeah, competitions. It's important, because if there's no competitions, we get screwed over. It is smaller. Maybe I was thinking of PS4 Pro. I'll need to check it out. Do you go to a lot of the games? When I can get tickets? I brought mine. There was buy 3 get 4 free, all for £60. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. I know I haven't set the timer, but I just can't be bothered. What size are you normally? I'd say normally a large. But the thing is, I wear them quite baggy, so I'm probably actually a medium, but I just like them a bit baggy. Yeah. So Liverpool online shop, it had a sale on, and I bought last year's goalkeeper kit for £10, and that was a large. So I would say for kind of Chinese sizes, maybe go 2 sizes up. Gakpo hits it over. In my opinion, FIFA has to add the Serbian league. I mean, the more leagues they add, the better. Guess what my name is? Your name is Moskelt. That is your real name. Oh, that was where you live? Damn, that is horrible. And if there was kind of maggots over it, that they must have been there for a while. I have to play monthly subscription. Yeah, you got Game Pass. I actually own those games, so I don't have Game Pass. I just bought the games. All I'm saying is check Kids Republic if you want new shirt for a good price. I'll make a note of it. I get most of mine from China, but Kids Republic. I've made a note of it. I'll have a look later. Sim says, "Bro, Liverpool are cooked. They're gonna lose the." I mean, I'm starting to feel that way. Have you got Nintendo? I got Switch 2. I got Nintendo Switch 1, which Switch Lite 1, which may or may not be hacked. Guys, Harvey's saying Liverpool scored. Mo Scout says no, Liverpool scored. Booter, is that Boofer or Booter? Says go Liverpool. All I can see is Gakpo. Oh my god, fucking Cody Gakpo scored. What the fuck? Oh god. Gakpo scored. The guy that I've been trying to get rid of. Not that I have any influence, because I don't. But the guy I've been waking up. The guy, yeah, literally, as Isabel says. The guy I've been waking up every morning, going on my phone and saying, "Has Gakpo left yet? Has Gakpo left yet?" And he saves us. Nice goal, to be fair, outside of the box. I might have to take back everything I said last season, just hating on the guy. I respect the fact that he took a shot, because absolutely nobody's been taking a shot today. Resident Evil 2 is £15 at Argos. PS Store is £35. That's what is everybody's concerned about with digital only on console. They can then just control the price. I think I bought it for PC for it was the one, was it Requiem? No, not Requiem. The one with that tall lady in the white dress. But yeah, I bought it for like £10. But yeah, I'll update the score. When I saw him taking a shot, part of me thought that was Isak. I thought, oh god, if Isak scores, he ain't going home. Mo Scout says, "Bro, my real name isn't flipping Mo Scout. I'm a Serb, mate." True, I was just trolling you, saying your real name is Mo Scout. You can share it if you want, but then I'll have to ask, do you want me to call you Mo Scout or your real name? Rio, edge of the box. It was a great goal. It was a nice goal outside of the box. I didn't think Gakpo had that in him. Hopefully that has added a bit to his value. That is it. My thing is just frozen. Yeah, that was it. Resident Evil. Oh, for fuck's sake. Resident Evil Village. Everyone's saying that Newcastle have scored. My thing is fucking frozen. My thing has crashed. I've just seen it just gone in. Jesus Christ. I mean, they were ahead for a what? 2 minutes? I've taken shits that were longer than how long Liverpool were ahead. What even happened? As my thing came back up, I just saw the ball going in. I'm waiting for the replay. Gravenberch again! Why is Gravenberch so high up? It's the same shit. I said at the start of the fucking match. Why is Gravenberch on the edge of the box? It's the same fucking goal! It's the same thing again! Gravenberch is too high, and then there's a hole. Did I not fucking say this? Gravenberch is too high. There's a hole in the middle of the pitch. They get into the hole and they score. It's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing again. It's the same fucking goal. Is this not what we were crying about 50 minutes ago? Gravenberch is too high, hole in the middle of the pitch. Fucking lost the ball again. But it's the same thing again. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. How many times is this gonna happen? Defense terrible. I blame Gravenberch because the same thing has happened for both goals. Gravenberch goes too high. Gravenberch goes to the edge of the Newcastle box to take a fucking shot. The problem with that is he's the 6. So if Gravenberch is on the edge of Newcastle's box, there's nobody defending. I don't think we can blame anybody for that, other than Gravenberch, because it's the same thing again. It's the exact same thing. By Gravenberch going up and effing up, he exposes. Okay, McAllister might be coming on. That's a interesting username. Hopefully he comes on for Gravenberch, because Gravenberch has been turd. Bro, like, you have 5 attacking players. Can one of them just sit back? Grace says everyone's blaming the defense, but I don't think we can blame the defense for that. It's Gravenberch's fault. He's done this twice now. He goes too far up. He thinks he's an attacking midfielder. He then leaves a hole in the middle of the midfield and Liverpool concede. It is a joke. 100%. Mo Scout has revealed his real name. I'm not too sure what that says. Can you phrase it in English phonetics? Stefan says, so you were 2XL China size, but you're a large UK size, so get a size less. If you can send me a link. Yeah, I'll send you a link. Where it gets a bit more complicated, because there's player shirts and there's fan shirts. So most clubs these days, they sell a player shirt which is the one that the players actually wear, and they sell a fan shirt. The player shirt is tighter. So if you get the fan shirt, you only need to get one size up. Whereas if you get the player shirt, which is tighter, and again, it's going to depend on you. I get 2 sizes up, but I will send you. Do you have FPL? Yes, I do. If we should go in a league or something, because I created a team. Your kit looks so real. Victor Munoz is coming on for Rio. Rio hasn't done much. I hope McAllister's coming on for Gravenberch, because Gravenberch was at fault for both goals. The trouble is McAllister's not a dedicated 6 either, but that's what you need. Every good team has a dedicated 6. Is it Fabinho? Is it Jordan Henderson? Oh, he's coming on for Wirtz. What are we doing, bro? Yeah, exactly. I thought Gravenberch would be coming off, because Gravenberch has been third. Mihailo. Is that Mihailo? Is that how I pronounce it? Is that the correct pronunciation? Rio is coming off. You need a goal, and you take Wirtz off. Adam Wharton would suit us. I mean, a scarecrow would suit us, because a scarecrow would just stay in one fucking place and not move. That's what they need. Just put like a stack of bricks in the number 6 position. It would do a better job, because then you'd fill that hole that the players run through. Problem is, there's always a giant hole. I don't know what the first stream was. I'd be curious as well. It would have been sometime last year. Suppose this mean Dom goes attacking mid, McAllister and Gravenberch. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Sabozla is the highest. McAllister and his bold patch, not that I can talk, are in the middle. Grace has been a follower since 29th January 2026. That was what, 7 months ago? You know the pronunciation, that's super duper rare. Yeah, see? I'm not as dumb as I look. I appreciate I am pretty dumb, but not quite as dumb as I look. But the thing is, I did not pronounce your surname, because I was like, I don't know what that is. But first name is Mihailo. Subby says Liverpool are shit. Agree with that. Liverpool are losing Harvey money. You should sue Liverpool. And whilst you're there, you can sue them for me as well, for causing me displeasure. Moose says, hi mate, same old us. How can we win games with so many donkeys? Poor manager. To be honest, I blame both goals. I blame both goals on Gravenberch. Both goals were the same. Gravenberch ran up to Newcastle's box. Newcastle cleared it. There was no one in Gravenberch's position. Newcastle scored. Elliot says could be worse, could be 2-0 down to goal, I guess. Gakpo. Why am I pinning my hopes on Gakpo? Like, is that how bad things are? and he fucked it up. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Time to give up on Wirtz. It's not him. He's a bad fit. I think this year we will get. I generally like giving players 3 years. Ooh, Isak completely misses the ball. I generally like giving them 3 years, but I would have expected a bit more. Like the expectation for Wirtz would have been what? He's going to be a 9 out of 10 player. I've rarely seen anything above a 5 out of 10. So I just find it a bit hard to believe he's going to jump up from a 5 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. He might do. But I don't know. New season, same shambles. You are correct. King Slot says 1 minute, I leave for a minute and they're losing again. Oh my god, Newcastle almost scored a third. I don't even know if Liverpool had the lead for a minute, to be fair. Rahat says definitely Wirtz is shy. I've always said it. Adil says I agree with him. My controversial take, and this might be too this might be too controversial. So, Jesus Christ. My controversial take is I don't think Wirtz is massively better than Harvey Elliott. They're very similar. They're both kind of short. They're both kind of lightweight. Wirtz is better, but is he 120 million pounds better? I'm not sure. I don't see a massive difference between them. Cross. Gakpo. Oh, shit. When Oh, that's not Gravenberch. That's Isak. Do you think Jacquet will stay as starting centre back? I think so. Most likely. I guess he's the one they spent the most money on. I think it was about 60 million. I mean, Araujo might turn out really good, and then Araujo might take his spot. But I think generally speaking, yeah, probably. Should have signed Shirky instead of Wirtz. Should have maybe just signed a number 6, I think. An actual dedicated defensive midfielder and just left Szoboszlai where he was in the attacking position. Gakpo's allergic to being man of the match. Honestly, if they lose this game, people are going to lose their minds. How'd you get that chat pop-up feature? Is it TikTok Studio? Nope. Oh, Araujo's coming on. Now Araujo's coming on for Jacquet. Wirtz needs gym time. I mean, you're right. The flip side with that is if he puts on more muscle, then he's going to be slower. And I don't think he's particularly quick either. I don't know what the answer is, if I'm honest with you. Newcastle with a throw in here. Cogsy says Gakpo, Frimpong, Kirkes, Gravenberch, Rio, Wirtz are all absolute shite. That's half the team. I would say Gakpo would need to move on. Frimpong, it's his last season. Kirkes I'd give a bit more time because he was player of the season with this manager. Gravenberch is decent, but he needs to defend. I think Rio is better on the left, and the Wirtz issue is the one we were mentioning. Isak shocking. Vissa showing Isak levels. I mean, I'm showing Isak levels today, and I'm just sitting on a chair. Should have saved up for Barcola. Apparently, he might come in last day of the window, and then how far behind are you going to be by that time? Alisson has to go. Would you blame Alisson for any of those goals? I blame Gravenberch. 1000% blame Gravenberch. Grace says, really, have I only known you for 7 months? When you said January, like January feels like ages away, but you're right, it's only been 7 months. Front line needs replacing. Fortunately, I think after this performance, I think that you have to buy a 6. The only thing is, I'm concerned that was never in their plans, so they're not going to do it, if that makes sense. I think it was clearly in their plans to get a winger or 2, I'm not sure it was ever in their plans to get a defensive midfielder, even though it should have been in their plans. Unfortunately, I've got a bad feeling this is the midfield they're gonna stick with. Wisdom provides some wisdom and says need a right winger. We need Rio on the left. I agree with that. People bantering us about Hull. They had a match to prepare for us. Newcastle don't have a team. I think Hull are legitimately better than Newcastle because Newcastle have been decimated. They lost Isak last year. They lost their manager, so they got a new manager. They lost Anthony Gordon. They lost Tonali. They lost Bruno. Dan Burns not even playing. This is a reserve Newcastle side with a new manager. And they're winning, and it's been a close game. This should have been an easy win, I think. Isak needs to score or assist. Should be 2-2. Jalil says if it wasn't in their plan, this shows we need a DM. I agree. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna. Okay, point number 1, I agree we need a DM. Point number 2, I agree we need somebody who sits back. But unfortunately, if it wasn't in their plans yesterday, I don't see them changing their plans and going, oh shit, we need one. You know what I mean? Isabel not happy. Grace says so close. CFC says Wirtz is not playing. He got subbed off, but to be fair, even when he was on the pitch, I don't feel like he did much. In pre-season as well, I don't feel like he really did much either. This shows we will be exposed all season. I think things will likely get better, to be fair, over time. But with that said, you can't be losing to the current Newcastle team. The current Newcastle team is garbage. Harry's still waiting for you to accept his message request on TikTok. Dude, I get like so many message requests on TikTok. He can just comment on one of the YouTube videos because that's the only app I tend to actually check. I'm actually less disappointed with our result now. Liverpool can't even string 2 passes together. This is shit. Is Isak playing? I mean, he's on the pitch. Playing would be an interesting verb. It's not the verb I would use. He's there, and his hair looks nice. But that's about as far as I can go. Imagine Mihailo says, "Imagine Liverpool get relegated. I would love it." I'll be honest. There's very little chance of that happening. Thankfully. But you never know. But I won't jump to that extreme just yet. New season, same shite. Agree with that. This Newcastle team is in disarray. Yeah, we are losing. The weird thing is, I was really looking forward to this game purely because Newcastle are in such a disarray. I thought this is going to be an amazing game. And Newcastle have got a free kick here. Newcastle team that's been absolutely decimated. This is going to be the perfect first game. And we're losing. Yeah, I think Newcastle have been the better team, legitimately. This is like not a conspiracy. This is not blame the ref. Oh, the ref's bad. Like, no. Liverpool was shit. Newcastle were better. Simple. And the thing is, I wouldn't even call this Newcastle because they've been decimated. Their squad has been decimated. They don't have Isak anymore. They don't have Anthony Gordon anymore. They don't have Gumares anymore. They don't have Sandro Tonali anymore. And they've got a new manager. I can't even call this Newcastle. This is Newcastle reserves. To be honest, when me and you play rematch, we're better than this. We can at least string a couple. We can at least score a few goals when we play rematch. Graham's had enough from day one. I haven't quite reached Graham's level yet. Teams doing my head in, not gonna lie. So poor in the final third. Agree with all of that. Bro, why are you not reading YouTube messages? I am. They might just be coming through slow. Call me Mo Scalt, not Mihailo. Okay. Oh, fucking Kumas is coming on. Is it Jason Kumas? No, that's his dad. Lewis Kumas is coming on. Kumas was alright during pre-season. It's a bit unfair to expect something from him, but I'm just glad Gravenberch has gone off. If it was the best haircut, Isak would win. Unfortunately, it's a football game. You're right. Impressive hairline. His hairline is on point. His shooting has not been on point. Kaiser not in the squad, so he can't do his usual cameo. Man, if the thing is, as I was saying, if they lose this, it's not even losing to Newcastle. This is a second string botched together Newcastle with a new manager, which makes it all the more embarrassing if you think about it. I love it. Graham's had enough from the first game. I thought we'd destroy Newcastle as well, if I'm honest. Alex says both goals conceded the same way. Defenders not going to the man. I blame Gravenberch for the goals, if I'm honest with you. For me, both goals were conceded because Gravenberch went too high. Gravenberch tried to take a shot. Szoboszlai free kick. Nothing happened. Gravenberch was too high. Therefore, nobody was in defensive midfield. Therefore, defenders were exposed. That's the way I saw it. Hertz, is that Hertz as in like from a frequency perspective, or are those your initials? It says, bro, your team is finished. I'm a United fan. Well, we can be communally finished then. Yeah, you need to buy a rematch. Then we can play in teams. So it's typically me, Grace, and Harry in a team. But yeah, definitely get it. It's one of those games as well that's always on sale, like it's £10 or something. So yeah, we play co-op. It's typically Grace is in goal, I play midfield, and Harry typically plays striker. But it's good fun. It's a fun game. All playing poor today. Agree with that. Sabo, Kirkes, Rio, worst for me. I'd add Gravenberch to that list, and I'd add Wirtz as well. Moskelt broke up with my girlfriend like a week ago. Couldn't care less, to be honest. At least I'm free now. Grace says single life is easier. That is true. Yeah, sometimes it's for the best. He does read YouTube comments, says Stefan. He can only do so much. I appreciate that. It is tough. It is tough scrolling down the list. Unfortunately, I sometimes have to skip, and then I feel bad because I skip people. But Doing the best I can. At least I'm trying. Unlike this Liverpool team today. Among the Fireflies is possibly an Arsenal fan. Caleb says our defense is finished. I think the midfield is finished as well. Yeah, for me it was Gravenberch. Watch back both the goals. I think it's easy to blame the defense because they were backing off, but for me, both those goals happened because Gravenberch thinks he was fucking Ronaldinho, and Gravenberch is in Newcastle's box. Step 1, Gravenberch runs up. Step 2, Gravenberch lost the ball. Step 3, Newcastle scored. How I remember it, both goals were like that. Damn right. Same with us, no anchor in midfield. Bagel FC. I was calling Liverpool last year Donut FC, but yeah, Bagel FC works. Nothing through the middle. Hopefully Baleba will sort that. That's a good signing. And to be honest, Baleba will sort that. I thought you signed Tielemans. I thought, okay, it's a good signing. It's a decent signing, Tielemans. Probably not a starter, but he wasn't too expensive, so whatever. But I think Baleba, in contrast, is a very good signing. 70 million pounds these days is cheap. Like, if Liverpool were getting him for 70 million, I'd be happy. So sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, good signing. Jake says, who do you think is going to win the league? Unfortunately, Arsenal. Yeah, he's trying his best. Yeah, Newcastle. Right now, this is not even Newcastle because they've lost all their players and they've lost their manager, which makes this kind of all the more embarrassing. Yeah, definitely the 6. Did you just want to say 6-7 because you got them? If you wanted to, that's fine. Moscow says, I honestly think Liverpool are just finished. It's certainly the end of an era, as in it's the end of the previous team now transitioning into a new team. But with that said, I would have expected more. I would have expected more today. If this is like proper Newcastle, like Anthony Gordon, Bruno, Isak heads it over, Isak, Tonali, then you can understand. But this is not even proper Newcastle. Tielemans was good. Baleba, I think Baleba is a very good signing. Tielemans an okay signing, but flip side is I think he was only 30 million, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, had a bad season. Price went down. Is that Baleba? I still think that's a good deal, to be fair. 100% disappointing. Squad depth is ass, bro. I understand 6-7 tops, but 6-7 crisps. How does that work? Are you describing Walkers because you only get 6 or 7 crisps in the bag because half that bag is air? Wisser is through. Wisser probably should have scored that. Good save by Alisson. This is Old Castle, not Newcastle. The thing is, even when Liverpool get an opportunity, you just know nothing's gonna happen. You just know. So it's like what's the point in saying, oh, Munoz is through, because Munoz ain't gonna do shit. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So why waste energy? Jaffa Cake digestives. They might be amazing or they might be disgusting. I bought Galaxy ice cream the other day, which is it's like a chocolate bar. It's an actual Galaxy chocolate bar with ice cream in it. Do not buy it because you'll eat the whole fucking thing in a day. I had like 4 bars in a box and it's Galaxy chocolate with ice cream. I ate all 4 bars in like 2 hours. So don't do it. for that reason. They're just too good. I did my shopping again today, and when you do your shopping, it says, "Here's everything you bought last time." I said, "I am not touching those," because I ate the whole pack in the space of 2 hours. We're absolutely shocking. Agree with that. I mean, the players are probably not used to playing more intense football than slot ball. I think there is an aspect of that. They're not quite fit enough, and I saw that a lot in pre-season. So the first 30 minutes they were very good, but then they just get sleepy, and then they turn out shit. But they've been sleepy the whole game today. Yeah, unfortunately, as you say, I think it's Arsenal's league to lose. Mom's boyfriend said the Jaffa Cake digestives are not nice. They sound like they should be nice. DJ Jovan says their fans piss me off. Thankfully, I've got it on mute. Moscout says Manchester is dead. The new mint ones are so nice. As in, is that Galaxy chocolate mint or the Jaffa Cakes? That's the thing with these things. Like, I try not to buy them because they're so nice. I just have no self-control. If I know it's there, even if it's like, even if I have, say, 1 box or 2, I'll just finish the whole thing. Where do you think we'll place? Before this game, I was saying top 4. After seeing this game, I'm like, ugh. It's gonna be a struggle. But on the flip side, I'm trying not to draw too many conclusions off one game. Oh shit! They almost scored again. Yeah, you told me about that. That sounds disgusting. Chelsea versus Fulham prediction. Arbeloa versus Alonso. I think Chelsea 1-0. What do you think? Take care, Addy. The digestives mint club ones. Yeah, I've had something similar in the past, not those exact ones. Issue is I got no self-control. If I have a pack of biscuits, I'll eat the whole pack. If I have like ice cream, I'll eat the whole box. So that's unfortunately why I don't buy them. Fat says, as a United fan, I can feel, you can feel our pain. Yes. The worst part about that is, though, I would say Hull are probably better than Newcastle, because Newcastle's squad have been decimated. No, I told you about Marmite mac and cheese. Yeah, why is everybody coming out with mac and cheese these days? 6-0 Chelsea. That'd be crazy. I think Chelsea will win. I don't see a 6-0. But there's not long to wait. How are we so bad? That is the $1 million question. Like, they didn't win every pre-season game, and that's fine. And a lot of that was choked up to fitness. But in this game, they haven't looked fit from minute 1. You're gonna need, look, if you want to play attacking football, if you want to play aggressive football, I still think you need a defensive midfielder. Klopp played attacking football, but he had Jordan Henderson sitting back. And when Jordan Henderson got old, Klopp played attacking football, but he had Fabinho sitting back. He'd always have somebody sitting back. These days, we're like, you know what? We'll just have nobody sitting back. We'll throw everybody forward, apart from the defenders, and then guess what? We concede. Surprise effing surprise. Araujo looks good. He does. That's a good signing, I think. I know he's on loan, but I think you'd take him. Munoz is rapid and not too expensive either, so I'm happy with the signing. So what's the excuse for Wirtz this season? You'll have to ask people. You will have to ask the people making excuses for him. 6'7" is Kumas. I keep calling him Jason Kumas, but I think it's Lewis Kumas. So his dad used to be a footballer, and now he plays football as well. Neither DM concede. I agree 1,000%. How did we concede that goal? They conceded both goals the same way. Gravenberch, who's the DM, decided he was Ronaldinho. How much added time? 5 minutes. 3 minutes left. Gravenberch, look, if Gravenberch is going to play DM, then he needs to play DM. He needs to stop running into Wirtz's position. At the very least, if Gravenberch is going to go forward, then somebody sit back. That's just the way I see it. You can't throw your number 6 up because then you are exposing the defense. We need a new left back and right back. The problem with the right back situation is they've got Conor Bradley, but Conor Bradley's fit for about 3 games a year. So I was hoping they would have maybe gotten a right back, but unfortunately, what it looks like is they'll probably just get some wingers and then be done with it. Grace says, "Do you have any YouTube videos I can post?" What, as in on this channel or on the gaming channel? I like that. He says, "I see you're a Liverpool fan. I hope you guys lose every game and get relegated." Much love. I actually like that. It's kind of funny. You could only have made that better if you started it with like good evening. So if you said good evening, I see you are a Liverpool fan. Hope you guys lose every game and get relegated. Yeah, that's the gaming channel. To be honest, if Liverpool are shit, we might have to do more gaming streams than football streams. I'm glad you took Isak. At least if Newcastle win, he'll be able to get out the city unscathed. I wish Robbo didn't leave. He was still really good. These guys are so rubbish. Oh yes, subscribe to Grace's gaming channel. Frimpong offers nothing. He is a bit lightweight, I can't lie. Hecky, who's I think's ahead of me, is saying penalty. S99 is also saying penalty. Fabs is also saying penalty. My stream's a bit behind, but looking on BBC News, it says there's a penalty. I don't even know who's the fucking penalties for. Ooh! What are they doing? That's like last second. I don't know, Jeff. It's a penalty apparently. My stream's a bit behind. Real is saying it's a penalty. It's a goal. Akash is saying what happened. Brainless. I can't lie. Brainless tackle by Hall. What is he doing? I'd be furious if I was. I'd be furious if I mean that's a clear penalty, but I'd be furious if Liverpool scored this if I was a Geordie. 100%. We don't. Oh fucking! Are you serious? I almost want to put the sound on for that. Just to see that. Never mind, it's a buzz lie. Don't tell me Liverpool are going to scrap a draw. If Liverpool get a draw, they don't deserve it. They absolutely do not deserve it. So buzz lie going to be taking it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to look at the chat because I think you lot are ahead of me. So Boslai stepping up. So Boslai is good at penalties, to be fair. I wanted Boslai to take penalties last year. I can see messages out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not looking at them. There's a lot which make me think Liverpool might have missed. But let's see. Liverpool don't deserve to get anything out of this game, but stepping up. Ooh, yes. Good penalty. Bro, don't be doing that. You've been shit all game, bro. You've been shit. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Why are you doing that, bro? Don't be doing that. You don't deserve to be doing that. You don't deserve to be doing that. I'm not Salah. I'm his twin brother, but I'm the good-looking twin. He's the ugly twin. Why is he doing that? He's been shit all game. What can you say? We don't deserve that. That is the luckiest thing I've ever seen, because the thing is, Munoz ain't gonna do nothing from that position. So I don't know why Lewis Hall fucking hacks him down. Amazing penalty, to be fair, right into the roof of the net. Those ones you can't really stop. There's nothing to celebrate here. As Alex says, I'm still not happy. We got a goal from a fluke. Does that from a fluke that happened the last second of the game? We've been shit the whole game. Like there's nothing to be happy about from that. If injury time was 1 minute shorter and Liverpool do not get that penalty, it wouldn't really have changed anything. I don't even know who Newcastle's manager is. Who even is this guy? Ronnie pooped his pants. Thank you for sharing. Algodo says Liverpool are dog shit. I mean, there are very there seems to be a common theme today. I agree with that. Are they gonna think though? I almost kind of. I mean, I'm glad they got the point, because it's much better to draw than it is to lose. But I hope this doesn't mask over, and I hope this doesn't dominate what happened in the 90 minutes before that. Who won? It was a draw. That's the thing. Like Newcastle were the better team, and it's not even a good Newcastle side because they've lost all their players. That's not something you can be happy about. I don't think. I don't know if that's too negative. Maybe it will mentally give them some sort of confidence. I don't know. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel trying to feel some sort of positive, but I don't know. We are so lucky. God says a Buzz Light. At least it's not a 2-0 loss to Hull. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm more concerned about the performance. I'm still extremely concerned about the whole Gravenberch situation. The fact that Gravenberch is playing very, very high and Gravenberch keeps running forwards. Whenever Gravenberch runs forwards, he leaves a hole in the defense, in the midfield. That hole gets exposed. Other teams score. Happened twice today. I agree. I think Newcastle were the better team. It was a bit of a brainless. It was a bit of a brainless moment by Hall to do that in the last second. If Newcastle won that, I don't think. If Newcastle won, Liverpool would be to blame. Kumas should be a right back. You're right. It does take a bit of time to embed in a new system. The flip side is, for me, this isn't Newcastle. This isn't true Newcastle. Newcastle have lost all their players. Stan says up the Reds. Harty says yeah, 90 plus 9. Liverpool fullbacks are so average. They didn't have the best game today. Araujo right back, and yeah, he has played right back in the past. I guess this manager is probably going to want his fullbacks to kind of get higher up the pitch. I'm not sure that would suit Araujo. Yeah, I do think Liverpool were kind of lucky, to be honest with you. Rio lost that right wing. We need a new one badly. I do think they'll sign a winger because they keep going on about it. I don't know if it's going to be Minte. I don't know if it's going to be Barcola, even though he's more left wing. I don't know if it's going to be both of them. I think they will. I think they will sign a winger. I don't think they'll go from Salah on the right to Rio on the right, who's prefers to play on the left. I think they will sign somebody. That sums it up. Very poor today. Just couldn't put away our chances. Need to be better next week. Who's the game against next week? Is it next Sunday again, or is it Saturday? Okay, early kickoff. Nottingham Forest, 12:30. That's more like it. Yeah, Nottingham Forest. Hopefully that will give them time to correct things. Oh yeah, what was the video recommendation you were saying, Grace? Oh, as in a game. Was that as in a game that you were gonna play? You could post Rocket League, but you've got you should post your Rocket League wins, because that's the game that you're the best at, I think. I thought Munoz was very bright when he came on. I thought it's positive, and I think there was a complete lack of positivity most of the game. So it was nice to see somebody kind of trying. Araujo and Munoz. For me, the biggest problem was Gravenberch. Mason says Araujo was good. Can't believe it was lost today. I've been looking forward to this game. All week. So to lose it would be a bit of a disaster. Yeah, Munoz is more experienced, to be fair. I mean, they're both young, but Munoz has gotten into the Spain squad, granted as a sub, but I would have thought Munoz would start over Rio. That's what I've been crying about, as Matteo has been saying. For me, both goals were Gravenberch's fault. People are blaming the defense and blaming Alisson. I don't see how you could blame Van Dijk or Alisson. What happened was Gravenberch decided he was Ronaldinho. Gravenberch got into Newcastle's box to take a shot. He effed up his shot, which meant Liverpool's midfield had a hole in the middle. Newcastle got into that hole and scored. The same thing happened twice. We are just stopping and starting when it comes to passing. No one is prepared for the pass to them. Yeah, it was quite disjointed, wasn't it? It was quite disjointed, and because of the starting and stopping aspect, it was kind of boring, if I'm honest with you. There was no kind of coherency in the passing. There was no, say, passing together, stringing 4 or 5 passes together. It was 1 pass, 2 pass, foul. So it was pretty rubbish. Yeah, poor performance. It's not even the fact that I felt like Newcastle were better. What worries me is Newcastle have lost most of their best players and have also lost their manager, and they were still better. Which makes me go, Isaac says manager needs to make some changes. What changes would you make? Any changes in particular? I do remember you because you're from Norway, I think. How are things in Norway? Our fullbacks playing too far forward, making it harder for our defenders to track back. I don't like making comparisons, but when Klopp used to play with high fullbacks, he would at least have Fabinho sitting, or he would at least have Jordan Henderson sitting, or he'd at least have Endo sitting. You can play with high fullbacks, but then you need the defensive midfielder to sit in the middle and somehow form a bit of a back three. The problem for me is you got high fullbacks, high attackers, and high Gravenberch. Then we're screwing ourselves over. We need wingers. I think that will happen, to be fair. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well spotted. It's a bit of a pain to stop it because I have to click on 5 things, but well spotted. How many prices? What do you mean prizes? Yeah, I agree with Alex. We need wingers and a number 6. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get a number 6. But I agree one is needed. Yeah, very, very disjointed. I do feel a bit bad for him, I can't lie, because to do that in pretty much the last second of a game, if he hadn't done that, I don't think Munoz would have done much. So Liverpool were extremely lucky to get that. What do you think about Wirtz? Oh boy, that's a long conversation. Christou says Jacquet at defensive midfield, Araujo at centre back. Has Jacquet played much at defensive midfield? I do think they need somebody to sit back, because if this throwing 9 players forward ain't gonna work. Throw 8 players forward, but don't throw 9 players forward. Callum says Araujo looks solid. To be fair, I was quite happy with that. To get him on loan. I know he's got high wages, but to get him on loan for free, can't really complain. Yeah, Newcastle were better, and again, as I've said, this isn't even like a good Newcastle team. It's like a backup team. How many more defenders until Van Dijk goes? I think he might have one. I think it might have 1 year left on his deal. Either one or maybe 2. Rob, I agree with that. It was a pen. I do think it was a penalty. It was just brain fart by Lewis Hall. Yeah, Kirkers wasn't great. What do you think about Gravenberch? Pissed me off like nobody else. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you need somebody to sit back. Gravenberch, when Liverpool won the league, Gravenberch used to sit back. Then he scored a few goals And now suddenly he thinks he's Ronaldinho, and he runs up. And when he runs up, nobody else goes back. And then Liverpool start conceding. Isabel says we need like 5 to 6 players personally, 2 wingers, centre back, 2 full backs, and lastly a 6. I do think quite a few players are needed. If I was to put that in priority order, I'd say winger number 1, then the number 6, then winger number 2, then the full backs, then the centre back. Yeah, I think that would just be a difficult situation given the circumstances. Harry says cheater. What did I do? I said Liverpool didn't deserve to get anything from that. Yeah, as Isabel's saying, it was a clear pen because Lewis Hall basically rugby tackled him. But that's different from saying Liverpool deserved it. Liverpool didn't deserve 3 points or 1 point even. That's the thing. It's a draw, but mentally it feels like a win. But Liverpool was shite. Thoughts on Munoz? I mean, he's running forward and he's positive, which is more than I can say for most players. We need cone ASAP. Is that Manu cone or like an ice cream cone? To be honest, if these players ate a bit of ice cream, they'd have a bit more energy. Yeah, it was 100% a pen. It was a rugby tackle. It was a terrible challenge. But Liverpool were lucky to get that. All Lewis Hall needed to do was just stand straight, because Munoz would not get around him. Grace says you're amazing, Isabel. I agree with that, 100%. Yeah, so Bosley wasn't at his best, which is why I took issue with him doing this when he scored. You know, when he scored and he was doing this, I was like, why are you doing that? You've been crap. Why are you doing that? You can't do that today. You've been rubbish. Daniel says, keep Sabo on pens. I think before he came to Liverpool, I think he'd either never missed a penalty or had only ever missed one penalty. He's really good at penalties. Jaffa Biscuit, also known as Jaffa Cake, says we were the better team. You were. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. A fair and rational conclusion. People need to calm down. It's away from home on opening day, but it's clear we need a DM. I think if you were to just sum it up, I think that's fair enough. Isak bottled the pen. To be honest, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, because I would have bottled that as well. How do you feel after the pen? Glad we got it, but almost feel like we didn't deserve it, and we're lucky to get that. What's the best Liverpool atmosphere you ever been in? The one last week was pretty good. The atmosphere is loudest when the Jota's chance starts. Frimpong is too attacking. Should have given it to Isak. To be honest, Sabazlai scored. I'm fine with that. Thoughts on Gravenberch today? I thought he was garbage. I thought Wirtz was garbage today. But Gravenberch, I personally blame Gravenberch for both the goals. Because Gravenberch was out of position. Therefore, Newcastle went into his position. Newcastle scored. Yeah, I was happy with Munoz. Kumas was... I keep calling him Jason Kumas, but that's his dad, right? Lewis Kumas. Looked alright. Grace says, next gaming stream, Wednesday, Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it is. Possibly sometime midweek. I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Tuesday or one of those, but I'll let you know. Terminal says, we need money. Don't we all? Frimpong wasn't great. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it was a bad tackle. Like it was a brainless thing for Lewis Hall to do. But generally speaking, Liverpool didn't deserve a point. So it was a silly thing for Lewis Hall to do. But if you consider the game as an entity, Liverpool did not deserve a point from that. Yeah, that worried me a bit, as kind of Cameron is saying. It didn't look. And the weird thing is, like in pre-season, it did look different from last year. Like pre-season games, they did look different, but this game just looked like last year. Thoughts on Gakpo? I've been hating on him. I've been hating on him all year, but I'm glad he scored. Yeah, as Isabel says, Cameron was correct, 100%. Yeah, I'll let you know when the gaming stream is. Who is the better team in your opinion? No bias. Newcastle, easily. Newcastle were easily better, and that's worrying because this is a Newcastle team which has been decimated, right? Newcastle have lost all their best players, have lost their manager, and they were still better. I'm just being honest. Newcastle were better, but it was a clear penalty that Liverpool did not deserve. Yeah, Kirkers needs to improve. The thing is with Kirkers, I'm not too concerned because this manager has got the best out of Kirkers in the past. Maybe a bit more concerned about Frimpong. Thoughts on Wirtz? I'd get banned if I said my thoughts. Daniel says, as a United fan, I thought Liverpool deserved the point. Fair enough. I thought it was lucky. The Rio situation's a weird one. Number one, he's on the right hand side, and I think he's less comfortable on the right than the left. So I think we have to take that into account. I feel like he's good in spurts and in buckets, whereas if you start with him, maybe you lose his pace coming on against tired defenders. Maybe there's an aspect of that. Yeah, we didn't even. It feels a bit dirty to get, like, even though it was a pen, it feels dirty to get that pen and to get a point, because it's like a dirty point. Like you almost deserve it. %, need that back. But the thing is, if Liverpool play that way, you still need a defensive midfielder. Klopp used to play like this, but Fabinho would sit back. Klopp used to play like this, but Endo would sit back. Klopp used to play like this, but Jordan Henderson used to sit back. We can't play like this and have Gravenberch not sitting back, because then there's a hole in the middle. Newcastle were better. We didn't deserve a point. We shut the bed and got lucky. That sums it up. As Isabel says. Yeah, lucky. Yeah, as Bobby says, I'm a Newcastle fan. That was a stonewall penalty. Yeah, just a bit of a moment of madness from Lewis Hall. It was a stonewall penalty, but we didn't deserve it. It's a bit of a weird thing, but it was a penalty. But we were lucky. We were lucky that Lewis Hall decided to think he was Khabib. Is he gonna fight in the UFC soon? But yeah, it's a bit weird. What isn't even that bad, but I agree. But is that the barometer now? Have a wonderful evening too, Grace. Shit, it's 10-7. That's the problem with the summer. Mentally, I was thinking it's like 2 o'clock. Yeah, I think, to be fair, the tackle happened when it was 95 minutes, but these things just drag on a bit. Also want to know from a Liverpool fan point of view, was the way Isak decided to leave not a ratty move? It was a ratty move when you're under contract. If that happened to me, I'd be angry. I'd say what is a cushioning blow is the fact that they did get 140 million for him. So I'd be like, you know what, two fingers up to you, kind of thing. I still think the Trent situation is worse because he went for a free, but I can understand from a Newcastle perspective why they'd be angry. Yeah, not quite got it yet. I don't know if the players have the fitness in their legs quite yet. %. Did not did not. I'd mentally prepared for a loss. Put it this way, I think that foul happened in. So there was 5 minutes of injury time, and I think that foul happened in the 95th minute. So if Lewis Hall had just stood there, or even if Lewis Hall had just been thinking about what he's gonna have for dinner, I think another Newcastle player would have blocked the shot or would have gotten Munoz's way, and then you win the game. It's just the way these things go sometimes. That's the thing. Like it's not good enough. And part of me was worried is that this is gonna mask. It's gonna mask the performance, say, because you could phrase this as Liverpool went to St James's Park away and they got a point. But that is as positively as you can phrase it. You can also phrase it negatively to say they played a decimated Newcastle side and scored a last minute goal. Rest in peace. Nah, it's finished. It's finished. Yeah, as Hussein said, it is gonna take time. It's gonna take a bit of time. Like the thing that annoyed me is I think they went behind after 5 minutes and then they just couldn't get back into the game. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Munoz looked like the only player who'd run. Agree with that. Maybe he'll start next game. Mateo says the only bright thing was Jacquet. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like we do have to remember sometimes people can panic. These are human beings. These things happen. So yeah, you're right. It's equally to say it's easy for kind of me to say it was a brainless thing, but yeah, these things happen when you're dealing with real people. So they're just showing the replay now. Seeing the replay, it's not as bad as I thought it was when it first happened. But you're right. These things can happen. Yeah, it was full time. What the hell's going on my phone? It is full time. 2-2. You're right. Yeah, like I'd say I'm content with the result. I'm content with the draw, but I can't lie to you. All the week I've been looking forward to a win. So it feels a bit bitter to get a draw, and additionally it feels a bit bitter to get a draw last minute. But yeah, I guess tomorrow we might feel a bit better about it, as Clint says. At least we got a point. Yeah, I mean you're right. And to be honest, tomorrow you're back at work, you're back wherever. Actually, some people have got holidays that I'm jealous of. But over time, I guess it won't seem like that big a deal. But laughing stock of the Premier League. I wish our £150 million striker would score a goal from the edge of the box instead of rolling around all game. This is a common theme I'm seeing, not just with Isak, but also with Wirtz. Nobody takes a shot. It's just let's take 500 passes and wait for the obvious opportunity. Sometimes I'm thinking, can you just whack it at the goal? Just kick it. Kick the ball in that direction. If you hit it hard enough, it'll probably go in. And if it doesn't, you might get a deflection. You might get something. It's just this obsession with trying to walk the ball into the goal, which is a bit concerning. Callum says, if Liverpool play like that again, they aren't going to get away with it. Need to sharpen up. I agree 100%. If they can just tell Gravenberch just to sit back and not go up, I think things would improve exponentially. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that that's going to happen. It's almost unfashionable and it's almost unsexy these days just to have a number 6 who defends. Everything's got to be fluid and 500 players changing 500 different positions and it's all a big chess match. But I'm like, sometimes can you just stop overcomplicating it and just let the defender defend? That's the way I see it. High pressure game, my ass, says Valerius. All week I've been thinking that would be an easy win. And it wasn't. Munoz should start the next game. I'd start him above Rio. I also think Rio is better coming off the bench. Like, I don't want to hate on Rio too much and I don't want to be too negative, but the thing is with Rio, it's kind of step overs, but he very rarely changes direction. If you just stand in the same spot and let Rio do his step overs, you'll tackle him. But I'm trying not to hate on him too much because he's like 17. But yeah, I'd start Munoz. And I even thought that before the season started that maybe Munoz will start because Munoz was in the Spain team. Rio is still very young, but who knows? I don't think Rio will be long term on the right, to be fair. I think it will be somebody else. He's got to be regretting coming to us now. Yeah, I mean, there's that side, but there's also the aspect. You'd also expect the player to be doing better, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. Anyway, I better go now. My phone's going mad because my food shopping is arriving. But before I go, there's no way you drew. We did draw and we did not deserve the draw. We were extremely lucky to get the draw. But what can you say? But yeah, better go because I think my food's about to arrive. It's not a takeaway, it's groceries, so it's like chicken, ice cream, of course, because I always get ice cream. It's a grocery shop. Yeah, see you guys next week. Hopefully next week will be better because this game was trash. But let's see. Hopefully they can improve. But yeah, take care, guys. Have a good evening, and yeah, see you guys next week.